think I let that go along too long this time, but I keep doing it. Welcome to Star Geeks. This is Sean,
And this is Ed.
and we are here for another. Well, happy holidays, Ed. This is actually our holiday special.
Yes, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and
Yes,
all the Star Wars fans out there.
yes. If you're out there, we uh we um we are here tonight to talk about a disturbance in the force that was released back in 1977. But before we start that, I guess we can jump into some news and some stuff that we collected over the week. I mean, I usually do more than Ed would, but Ed, but you said you got some news, right? A little bit of news.
Well, I don't think any of it technically considers news. I know Entertainment Weekly interviewed Hayden Christensen, and surprise, surprise, he wants to continue and do more stuff as Darth Vader.
I mean, we all
Which,
knew that.
yeah, like I said, not really news. I mean,
Yeah, what else is he going to do at this point? Like, I would love to, honestly, I would like to see him do Jumper Part 2. Like, I thought Jumper was really good.
yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, so I would love for him to do that again. Like, that would be dope. But I mean, for him to be Darth Vader again, like I thought about that this week too, and I was like, man, to be Darth Vader again, to sit on that suit and actually do, I don't, I don't think that a Darth Vader show, I think that might be kind of hard to do, to be honest, because I think about it, I'm like, yo, you gotta have that suit on the whole time. You gotta do a whole you have to do a whole show with Darth Vader in it. I like, damn, that's a lot. Like that's a lot to wear that suit for a whole goddamn what episode of like 6 episodes, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but
No, but we talked about it something similar before. You could do something that just talks about that period of time within the Empire, and it
mhm.
doesn't have to be focused on Darth Vader. It could be on the Empire, but it revolves around him. So you could still kind of have him calling shots, doing things. You could maybe cover more about the Inquisitors, how they came to be, other stuff they're doing. So
Hmm.
you could do it without it making it to where he has to be in every scene throughout the entire show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like but I would rather see him up. But yeah, I guess the Inquisitors, it would be nice to see like the birth of the Inquisitors and how that actually came to fruition. I forgot how it was. I can't remember. I don't think I ever read anything on it, but I'm pretty sure there's something there of when he started it and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's in the comics, which I'm trying to actually go back and get like all the comics.
Oh wow, that's an
And not
endeavor.
not no, not the graphic novels
Oh
of the
okay.
new Star Wars stuff. And even the old stuff, all graphic novels. Um so I could probably grab all those at some point. I would like to go back and just kind of read them, because I think at one point we're gonna have to probably review them because we're gonna run out of content at some point. So it may be time to
And there's
start.
some fantastic stories in there.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, there's definitely some really good ones. So yeah, I mean, as for like action figures and collecting and toy stuff, Hot Toys this week did release some really cool figures for Hot Toys. I'm not a Hot Toys collector, but there are Hot Toys collectors out there. Sideshow actually has them. I'm pretty sure Hot Toys herself has them. There is this Death Scales Trooper that is just a preview right now, but
Oh,
looks pretty fucking cool.
yes, it does.
Yeah, not a bad piece. I actually hope it comes with a. I mean, it would be nice to see like that the face knocked out with this the dead body face on there. That'd be cool as shit. So that'd be awesome. And then they did Night Trooper. They actually showed everything with the Night Trooper, which is really cool. Um, comes with let's see, with a lot of swap out pieces and parts and stuff like that. I mean, it looks, but I love the look of it. Like,
I
I mean,
bet.
we all thought that was a cool look anyway from Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Like, those troopers were really awesome. But I mean, swap out part, not swap out parts, but like kind of like laser engraving cracks and hand wrapped fabric. That's cool for
That
a 12-inch figure. That I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I'm not a Hot Toys collector, but like, man, I really do miss the days when I actually was collecting Hot Toys. I love the pose on that.
See,
Like,
that thing is Hot Toys, whether you collect them or not, for the most part, their stuff is beautiful.
I
They really do
know.
a nice job.
I know. It really does. Like, it hurts. It's like, man, should I get back into this? I'm like, no, I can't do it. It's a rabbit hole that I just don't want to go down.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
they are nice, but they're also not cheap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this one, what is it? I think it was what, 240.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a
it's
12-inch action figure.
yeah, no. And then
I
this is
impressive, but
245. But this was
Enoch.
really, really cool, man. Like, God, just the design of that Enoch character is pretty fucking awesome, man. And just the 12-inch figure of this one is just beautiful figure. Just a
Yes, it
beautiful
is.
figure. I mean, really, really cool. Very, very well done. The paint on it looks really great. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, overall, just a great figure. Like, I really, I didn't know if we see. I don't know if we even talked about this one, but they also did a, Grand Admiral Thrawn. So I mean, they're doing all the Ahsoka characters, which is really cool. But again, I'm not a Hot Toys collector, but shit.
And that kind of feeds into the whole piece of this holiday special we're talking about tonight.
Yeah,
Merchandising. That is what
yeah.
Star Wars revolves around is merchandising.
And then there was one more character that they did. I don't know if they released it, but it was from the Bad Batch. You see me typing away. Oh, here it is. Wrecker. So they did release a Wrecker figure along with the rest of their Bad Batch characters. Ah, man, I really did. Ed, I was really gonna go down this rabbit hole, to be
Mm,
honest.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you resist knowing how you like to collect because these are nice.
I mean, look, Ed, goddamn. Oh,
Oh no.
football.
See, but that's where it kills you because that's part of what makes it look so good is having all five of them right there posed together. The complete bad. No, that's good.
I know it'll be really nice on my shelf too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just to have a Bad Batch, because I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get those as statues. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I might, Ed. I might. It
Are
might
you
be.
talking yourself into it?
It might be my Christmas gift to myself. I might just go get all of them and just call it a day, man. There's a place. There's a place in Maryland that I might just go and just go get them, man, and just call it. Just call it while I can, man. Just call it in the air. Just get it. Just get it. Like, just get it and get it over with. Because all I gotta do, this is one time thing. Like, oh, boom, boom, boom. I can already probably get 1, 2, 3 already. And then waiting for, I don't know if he's even available yet. Oh, let me see. No, he's up for pre-order. So Tech is up for pre-order, but Hunter, Echo, and Crosshair are available, I think. I don't even know if they even released Crosshair yet. Oh yeah, they did. They did. So he's
Yeah.
waitlisted already. He's already waitlisted already.
Mm.
So Ed, next week I may have them, or the week after, whenever we come back from holiday, I'm pretty sure I might have
I would not be surprised. Not at all.
them. No one ever is. No one ever is. Shit. And now I'm just scratching my head on that one, but that was it for regular Star Wars stuff. And then I picked up a couple pieces this week. I did find this at local comic book shop. I got these 3 3 and 3/4 droid figures from the vintage collection.
Mhm.
Really
Nice.
cool. Talked about on the regular show, but I didn't want to show it on our Star Wars show. Come with a couple cool coins, which is really cool. There's a Boba Fett figure too that's actually the droids version too that I might have to pick up.
Now that's cool because even when they released those originally,
Yeah.
all of the figures had that stylized look for droids except Boba Fett. He was released as the action figure that we know.
Yeah, no.
So so that's kind of cool to get one that has that same cartoon stylization. So
Yeah, he just came with he came with the droids card back. That was
yeah,
about it.
that was it. But it was the same action figure.
Yeah, so I think I might look into getting that one just to have that one, because I actually remember I think I showed the Ewoks one like a couple weeks ago. So it's cool to have. I don't really collect 3 3/4, but these were like the cartoon versions, and they're not going to release a lot of those. So I thought about getting them. I was like, yeah, why not? And then I picked up a couple Ewoks from. Is it? I'm not
Oh,
sure if it's the last 17 or the third wave of the last Kenner run, because they released this character I think twice. But
I'm trying to look to see because when you get into those last ones, I'm sorry, I'm turning around because I
no, no,
have my
you good.
originals behind me here,
You
and I
do.
have them put in order of when they released. And I
Yeah,
think that that was part of the last Power of the Force ones.
yeah, I think so too. The only thing it didn't come with the weapon, and I'm like, now I need the weapon now, but I'm not really a completionist, so I think I'll be fine with that. And then I got this one.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't know which Ewoks these are because I got to go back and look at my list, but we got that, and then I got a General Lando.
Oh
Um,
yes.
I don't have the last 17 figures, but I don't have the cape to this one either, which is upsetting. And now I got to find a cape to the damn thing. But I mean, I don't have the last 17, so I'm still on the hunt for those, but I'm not rushing to get them.
So I have a story with the General Lando, and I've told this to a number of Star Wars fans.
You never told me.
Well, here you go. So I was obviously behind me. I have all of the originals, and when I was looking to collect them, I mean, I like them loose. I'm not much of a Star Wars investor. I really don't care what their value is. It's more,
Right.
it's a passion.
Yeah.
So since I collect them all loose, I was at a toy comic book collection show, whatever it was, and I had a buddy of mine with me, and I found a General Lando. Now it was on card. The card was beat up, but it was on card,
You did tell me
and
the
I
story, but
and I
yeah.
laughed because I told my buddy Tom, I'm like, "Hey, let's watch this." And when we walked up to people that I knew, and while standing there talking to them, I ripped it open and just was like, new action figure smell. To see someone take a Power of the Force on card and rip it open, you would have thought they were going to have a heart attack.
Did
They
they?
just looked at me like, "How dare you?" It was
Ah.
hilarious. He and I still talk about this just because of the reaction we got. It
And
was
you had that
fantastic.
Lando. You had that Lando in your case right now.
That yeah, he's in there right now, loose, standing with the rest of them.
Oh, you know what though? I get it though. Like you had to have it because again, all your other shit is loose anyway. So why
Yeah,
not just rip the damn thing open and call it a day?
and I got a good decent price.
If I would have did that though, but
Well, at the time, I got it because I mean it's still on card, so it's pristine. So the price that I got it for was comparable to a pristine loose figure. I didn't pay an on card price. So again, I didn't care, but it's still
did you
it
keep
was
the car back?
fantastic. No, believe me, it was not worth keeping.
Oh, really?
It was pretty beat up.
Oh, okay.
So so
Well,
yes, there was that. I think the only other things that I know I saw some again, it's not really news, as they were just talking about the release, or in this case, non-release of some of the future things. I know we are going to get Bad Batch season 3 and Tales of the Jedi season 2.
Ice Runners, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Let them breathe, laugh out. Okay, just come by and
That's
say hi.
right. It's like
Thank you.
fine wine.
Yeah, there you go. That's
So we're
Evan
going to
over at the Spice Runners Lounge. Thank you, guys. Thank them guys, man, for having me on this week too. That's what I'm going to talk about too. Thank you for having me on this week, man. I had a good time on their show too, man. Talking Star Wars stuff.
So yeah, we'll get those two this year and well, next year, 2024, but it sounds like Acolyte, Skeleton Crew and Andor are all likely to get pushed to 2025. So,
shit.
yeah, I mean,
Dang.
this is the price we knew we were going to pay when it came to the
Uh-oh. What happened, Ed? You dropped off for a second. All right. Well, I can continue talking. I don't know what happened to Ed, but oh yeah,
there
good.
we go. We're both. I think you're frozen. There we go. I think
Oh,
we're good now.
all
So,
right, we're good now.
yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but
Dang.
we knew it was likely to happen.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then there was another, I think it was more of a clickbait article talking about two of the up and coming Star Wars video game titles, Outlaw and Eclipse. Now,
Outlaw.
Outlaw looks fantastic, and that we're supposed to get in 2024. Eclipse, I mean, the trailer for it released a while ago, and the trailer is beautiful.
I didn't think that was ever coming out. I remember there was
But
the guys playing the drums and shit, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
And they keep talking about it, but you know, it's the game that never comes.
yeah.
It looks great.
It looks amazing. Like, I remember seeing that trailer for the first time. I was like, "Holy shit, this looks amazing!" But
Yeah, that could be a show. I don't know.
well,
But
you know what's weird? All those cinematic trailers, all that shit, they could make all that into a show. It doesn't make any sense why they don't do any of that. But
oh
like
yeah.
at the end of the day, like I mean, it is what it is. But like I tell you, fun
Oh
times,
yeah.
fun times. I can't wait. Outlaws. I know we're gonna be talking about this when it comes out. We're both gonna be playing it, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's a release day
Yeah,
game right
that's a
there,
day one game.
without question.
That's a day one game.
That's one where they go, oh, and for an extra $30, you can play it a week early. Take my money. Just
Yeah,
take it.
yeah. Just take. I'm ready to go.
I'm in.
Yeah. So I
Whatever
can't wait
you
to
want.
check it out. Damn, I'm
Yes.
sad it's gonna get pushed back, but oh well, whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ed. We are here for the fun and the games. Let it all begin. I'm not even playing a spoiler warning. Then again, I could because I love just playing the shit. So but it doesn't really need a spoiler. But at the same time, let's play it anyway. All right, that's it. All right. And I mean, we're here for the Star Wars special. what
Yes.
what all I can say is ugh. The whole time I was like, ugh, this is the worst. This may be hands down the worst Star Wars piece of history I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching this whole thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I saw it when it came out because again, I was a kid with
Did
the
you
release of A
though?
New Hope, and I know I would have watched it, and I remember the cartoon,
I remember the
but
cartoon too.
that's the thing is, and part of the other reason that we're watching this is not only is it the holiday special, but they just recently released The Disturbance in a Force, which is a documentary talking about the behind the scenes, which
They did.
we knew most of it, but it was still kind of nice to hear different voices and things behind it. So
Well, we
I
also we also knew that like I'm telling you, I know I'm not crazy, but I was born in 78. So I was a young lad then. I think I remember them playing this on TV, but I don't think I don't think I I, I don't know where I watched this at back in the 70s
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is,
or
as
the
they
80s.
talk about in the special, well, in the documentary, part of what makes the holiday special is that other than the initial release, there was nothing official that came out afterwards. Everybody who's seen it since, it's
Mhm.
bootleg. I mean, it's on YouTube, which is easy to see, but it's not.
Right.
I mean, the cartoon you can now see on Disney Plus, and we watched that for the last episode. But the rest of it, oh yeah,
It's horrifying, but like at the same time, it's so bad, but it's so good bad. It's not a good bad. I can't explain it because it's like, oh, this actually happened, and this is a part of Star Wars history.
oh yeah. There's a lot of debate as to whether they should officially release it. And, you get people on both sides who are like, well, if you officially release it, they're going to give you a cleaner version that's not bootlegged 3 or 4 times over. But at the same time, part of what makes this special is that, you know, this is really for the true fans. There's not many people who aren't Star Wars fans who, one, are going to go look for it, but two, could actually sit through this train wreck of a special.
I want this on VHS. I really want this on VHS now. Like I need this on VHS. I don't care if it's a bootleg or I need this on VHS. Just sitting on my shelf just because it is so terrible.
Yeah. Well, and you and I had talked about it a little bit off air, but one of the other things that's unique, and they talk about it in the documentary, is they kind of compare this to the times. So this thing came out November 17th, 1978.
Right.
And they talk about the reason why is, you know, Lucas, which again, if we were the toy folks, we know that Christmas, there were no toy action figures available yet. You were getting the early bird special.
Right.
Everyone in the movie industry was basically telling George Lucas, you got no hope. Movies go in the theater, and then when they leave, they die. No one cares ever again.
Right.
So he was getting a lot of pressure to basically do anything he could to keep Star Wars on people's minds.
Yeah.
And you and I also watched some of the things they reference, like the Donnie and Marie special, the Richard Pryor bit that he did. I mean,
Which I want to play a clip of that because that is
that's the only one that's good.
phenomenal. Yeah.
But
That
the
is
70s
phenomenal. And
TV,
I got to play a little bit of a clip of that when we get a chance after the fact. But like that Richard Pryor thing was amazing to me.
yeah. I
Like
mean, that
it
was the
was
only one that
comedy
fit.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the 70s television was horrible. So, you know, while this special is bad, if you put it in context of when it was released, it fit.
It's not that bad at the end of the
No.
day. It's not.
I mean, if you go back and watch like the Donnie and Marie thing, that's when you kind of go, wait a minute,
Gold.
everything sucked from this time period. No wonder.
It was gold. That Donnie Marie thing. Listen, Red Fox as Obi-Wan Kenobi is
No. I don't even know what they called him.
yeah. I don't even know what they call him either.
Obi-Wan Finoki, something else, something.
Minoki, Kenobi. Like it was phenomenal. Just great. Again, I'm gonna show clips of that. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm figuring it out because it has to be shown. It has to be shown. I don't give a shit what nobody says. So all right, so let's get into the. I mean, we can get into the the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, I mean,
Basically, but like slide this. Oh my god, Ed. I mean, this is not a great picture, but at the same time, I swear I thought they were in a cardboard box,
oh
like
yeah.
literally, and they were just shaking up the cardboard box. It was like two homeless dudes in a cardboard box, and they were just shaking it up, going like this. Like it was awful.
And
Just
every scene with anything but these actors was all just lifted right from the movie, but it wasn't even a good lift.
it
It
was.
was just horrible.
I want to show a clip of that, but I can't. I want to so badly. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it was so terrible. Just it was. I was like, I had to think. And again, you watched the sermon. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but was there a budget to this? Like, did they say
Oh, yes, and they talked about that they burned that budget very early, and it was at risk of getting completely canned.
what did they burn the budget on?
Got me. I don't know what the budget was or what they spent it on early. I mean, maybe it was just on the 3 other Wookiee costumes.
The
I
camera work was terrible. Like the ins and outs of things were terrible. Like it was it was so not consistent with anything. And I get it. Back then there were so many variety shows, and I remember a lot of those back in the day. So I
yeah.
get it. But they stayed true to like the camera work. But this camera work was just I don't get it. Like it was just all over the place. I don't know what they wasted their budget on in this, but they should have had a way bigger budget than this. And God, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Again, Star Wars holiday special. Yo,
There's
I'm
nothing
gonna tell you
holiday
something.
in this.
But I'm gonna tell you something because back in the day, they always had those brought to you by Menon. That was the greatest thing ever. Or like brought to you by some 80s product, and it was just so beautiful. But the only thing that crosses my mind is Menon.
Now, one of the versions that I watched, they started it from the very beginning to where it kind of said, "Oh, and you won't see tonight," which I would thought was fantastic. Normally during this time slot on that Friday night was Wonder Woman
And
with
the
Linda
Hulk,
Carter
Incredible
and the
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was in Disturbance of the Forest in the beginning, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I
Yeah.
remember because this was all CBS, right? All
Yes.
CBS.
And
Yeah.
you got that like special where the special thing spun out as
Oh, that was
it was
beautiful. I used to love that artwork, though. Weirdly enough, I don't know why I loved it, but it
well,
was
it represented so many good shows that you watched as a
in
kid.
the 80s. Yes, it did. It was a weird thing. It was scary, but so awesome at the same time.
Yes.
by Menon.
And they and some of the in the documentary they talked about how when people were thinking they're like, "Oh, a holiday special Star Wars. This is going to play every Christmas like Charlie Brown or the Grinch and we're just going to get residual money for the rest of our life."
Oh
Nope.
my god! What is? But
One
the
and
crazy
done.
part is, I believe they thought that shit because
Of
Charlie Brown
course.
still plays till this day.
Yes.
Damn, my gosh, man! I'm surprised they
Oh,
didn't just go all animation with this shit. But like, they just, I guess they, oh, something was magic there. I don't know. It's crazy.
yeah.
Oh man, what was it? Her Chinchilla? What the hell was her name? Nala?
Mala.
Mala?
Yeah.
I don't even
Itchy and
know.
lumpy. Itchy and lumpy.
Yo, okay.
Seriously?
Okay, first of all, that sounds like an STD. That was like, and in the Goldbergs, they even referenced it, and there was,
Yeah.
and the dad was like, "Could they have thought about the names for 2 more seconds to make those changes?" Like, come on, man, like really, like, and then, oh my god, Ed, what was this?
I-
There was a dude playing a flute, and he was green in tights with with peacock stuff all over him and just playing the flute, and they would just come out dancing. It was like the hologram of the Millennium Falcon scene,
yes. That's what
but
they're trying to capture. Guaranteed.
oh my gosh.
Well,
Phil Tippett was having a fit when this happened with Brian Muir. Like, I know that they were having a fit when they seen this mess. Oh, what they could have did with that would have been so awesome. But go ahead. Ed.
well, this whole show, with the exception of the cartoon in the middle, especially when you look at the actors that they pulled in for it,
Mm.
this was not for kids. This was for adults.
No, this is for old people.
I
This
don't even
wasn't
know
for
if it's
adults. This
old
is for
people
old
because
people.
old people didn't know what the hell Star Wars was.
I know. Even
So
B. Arthur was like, I didn't even know what Star Wars was.
yeah.
Like,
So I
you know,
don't know who they were trying to target with this.
yeah,
It
they were
made
not
no sense.
targeting kids. This
So
was scary. And
and when we get to this point at what, 15 minutes in,
9
other
minutes,
than
it was about 9 or 10 minutes, and they already said like there was no talking whatsoever.
no
For 9 or 10
subtitles, no nothing.
There was a gross looking old Wookiee man that was disgusting. It, and then the little, what is it? What was his name?
Itchy's the old man, Lumpy's the kid.
And Lumpy, it was like Lumpy was like this, like a little. I'm like, what is this mess, man?
Didn't
It
want
was,
to take out the trash, stealing
oh my
cookies.
god, the trash. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
later on, he has earphones on. It is gross. But Mark Hamill, and Mark Hamill's upset about it. I think to this day he's still upset about this shit. He's still
Uh,
upset about it. He's like, I did not want to do this. I did not want to do it, and I didn't like it, and I'm not singing or nothing. Like, he was upset. You're going back in videos and watching him.
None of
Wish
them
I could
did.
play those. Yeah.
Not the only one of the original cast who didn't talk down about this was Peter Mayhew. He was the only one. The rest of them
Really?
were like, "This was horrible. I never wanted to do it. I never want to talk about it again."
Oh my god. Oh, it was like Mark Hamill's Star. I was looking up Mark Hamill's Star Wars special. I wanted to see what he said, but I'm not gonna worry about
Oh
it.
yeah. No, there's a lot of footage of him over the years at conventions and different things, and people would ask, and you could just see every one of them just kind of lower their head and go, "Oh, not again."
Yeah, he said he was just like, no, I hated everything about it. But anyway, all right. And then I didn't even I'm so confused by this part. It just didn't make
Art Carney.
Art
Wow.
Carney, old man Art Carney on a Star Wars show with glass. Mind you, he had glasses on, so you know he couldn't see for shit. He was like, well, hold on, let me put my glasses on. Oh yeah, this is a aquarium in a box. I was like, what the, like, what is this? And it wasn't even, it was like they took a video and just kind of popped it on that little piece right there. It didn't look like it was real to me because the fish were just very small. It didn't make any sense to me. And then this guy right here who had his helmet on, just what? Like he just got it on. It looks like he had it on wrong. It's just like
Oh yeah.
he
No,
just
he
put it
doesn't
on.
look right.
I don't care. Just put it on. I don't give a shit.
And I'm trying to think, does anyone in the Star Wars universe have a mustache?
I've never seen it. I've never seen anybody. Oh, the dude from Cheers. He was an Empire. He had a mustache, I think. A couple of the troopers in on Hoth, I think they had some mustaches.
But no Imperials.
They're never an Imperial. Never an Imperial. I don't think did we ever even see an Imperial? Like, yeah, they were all clean cut dudes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh
Oh,
God, what?
Harvey Korman.
What? Mind you, this is all just
This is Carol Burnett.
oh my God, the Carol Burnett show on CBS. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna hold you. I used to love the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah,
I love the little animated mop lady at the end. Thought that was awesome. I used to love that. And
but it was good in the Carol Burnett show, not Star Wars.
no.
What the hell is this?
What was this? Now, granted, if they had an action figure that was like this, I'm pretty sure people would have ate it up. I'm
Yeah, it would
100%
be in the case
sure.
with the rest of them.
Huh?
It would be in the case with the rest of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, let me get that.
Would have never got played with. It'd be in great shape.
No, let me get that figure with the 4 arms that just pops out and just fucking has bantha cooking bantha food. Like, what the fuck was? Oh, it was crazy.
And here he is, showing up to greet his friendly Wookiees.
Man, it made no sense.
Oh, the most infamous scene in this special.
Was a special moment. This was a special moment. First of all, was it Irene Cara? Was it Irene Cara? Who was it? Or was it?
Yeah, Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll. Listen, I love Diane Carroll back in the day. Like, she couldn't do no wrong. But when it came to this, I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now? I thought it was like a fucking drug trip. Like this, like it's on CBS. This wasn't
Star Wars softcore porn.
80s, early 80s, 70s. So there was a lot of marijuana smoking, a lot of cocaine doing. So this was a drug trip, dog. This is just a drug trip.
Nutty. Softcore Star Wars porn.
I don't even know what that. I don't even know if it was even that. It was just somebody that was on cocaine. It just said, we need Diane Carroll. Let her just sing, and we'll put on some stuff, and we'll put a Wookiee in a virtual reality thing, and he'll just be doing something. Like it just like what was the message behind this? It was like writing it was like, hey, maybe we can do something crazy. let's figure this one out.
And we get our first musical piece.
Oh my gosh. The musicals, like, and honestly, it wasn't a bad song. The song wasn't bad that I remember.
Did you watch the same thing I did?
Maybe I did. Maybe I can't remember. It was Diane Carroll, so I was just like, I enjoyed Diane Carroll, so maybe it was just a thing. But yeah,
this is where they.
Do you think she was on drugs?
Guaranteed. I think she even said she was on drugs.
Was she? She had to be. Because she didn't even seem like she was in the right place. She just seemed like she was out of it. It didn't even matter.
I don't blame her. I'd have been on drugs if I were forced to do this.
I get it. I'd have been high as shit doing this. Oh, it's just terrible. This guy, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand who
they were just plugging shit in, man. It didn't make any sense.
It was basically, do you fit in this uniform? Perfect. You're in.
You're in. This dude looking at the when Art Carney was trying to turn the boombox on, it was just like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can step on this bug and pick it up and go like this. I was like, what are you doing, Art Carney? And
that made no sense.
Yeah, nothing made any sense. It was even logical. It was just, we'll just do this, and then this was just utterly terrible. It was just terrible. It was a Jefferson Starship, right?
Yeah, doing hyperdrive.
And I like
it. Wasn't even a good song.
It was a terrible song.
It's like, again, and they've said it in the documentary. It was like, oh, wait, Jefferson Starship. We have starships. They're doing a song called Hyperdrive. There's a hyperdrive in Star Wars. Let's do those. Like, did you even listen to it first?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
They could have done a popular song from Jefferson Starship, and it
I
would have been
know.
way better.
And mind you, Ed, I never seen this part before, so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, well, Jeff Star's they're gonna do a cool song. No, no, they did nothing at all. It didn't make any sense. It was, it was a dumb song. It was terrible. Maybe their worst song ever. And then this was just
Yeah.
priceless.
Here we go. This is coming up on the only good part in this whole thing. Him going to what we reviewed last time.
Yeah, Star Wars cartoon, which was awesome.
The shining moment in the whole thing.
That was it. And then we reviewed that last week, and then this was just got stupider and stupider.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Harvey Korman had 3 different characters that he played.
Literally 3 different characters, and
All
they were
equally
all
bad.
terrible.
All equally bad.
What was this? This made no sense to me, Ed. What was he doing?
I think this was whatever he's holding was a gift that Lumpy received, and this was supposed to be the instructional video on how to assemble the gift.
Yo,
but it was so bad.
It was so bad. He was trying to be a robot.
You know,
you
know what it makes me think of, and I don't know if this would have had any inspiration. Max Headroom.
It felt like Max
Yes.
Headroom, but I think this was before Max Headroom, wasn't it?
Oh, way before. So you wonder if this had any kind of influence, but I hope. Well, I don't know, but
it would have been cooler if he was like dressed up like Lobot or some shit.
Yeah,
and like had the ear thing, like that would have been dope. Like we would have kind of knew that, but I mean, this was a little before Lobot, so I don't think we knew about that at that point.
No, while this is going on, they're in pre-production for Empire. So
yeah, I don't know. They just said, hey, just come and just do something crazy. Just be yourself on the Carol Burnett show. Thank you.
And that's what we got.
And then we got. I wonder if B. Arthur was supposed to be Carol Burnett. What you think?
I don't know. They made no mention of if there was anybody else originally casted for this.
Now, I'm not going to hold you. The creature play in this was amazing. Like they were putting creatures everywhere. They weren't great, but they were trying. They were trying though.
All the original costumes and masks from A New Hope's Creature Cantina.
The band was great though. They did great with the band. The band shit was amazing.
The characters, the Biff band as the band was good. The music, playing the same song over again and just changing the tempo.
And then B. Arthur sings a song
off
of the Cantina song music. How did you come up with that, B. Arthur? Like, what? Who did this? How did this all work?
And some of the close-ups on the creatures was way too much. Like, they were not made to look that closely at them.
I was done. Like, I was already done already. When she started pouring shit into his head, I was like, this is...
Yeah.
I can't anymore. And like, the whole thing just didn't make any sense. B. Arthur was trying to get everybody out the bar. She starts singing and like, I was like, oh man, I can't.
She was dancing with Pondo Baba, or otherwise known as Walrus Man, like dancing with him.
She was.
It was wrong on so many levels.
You didn't get any good you didn't get any good close-up face shots of when Han was like, oh, I love you, you're my family, and then the Wookiee one was like,
what are you talking about?
Oh man, you got damn. I wish I would have got some screenshots too, but
I think they mentioned in that special that at one point, and I don't know where this came from, that Han was supposed to have had a Wookiee wife. But whoever heard that just kind of looked at it and was like, that's not going to work. So I don't know.
And then we got the Life Day ceremony at the end, which was...
There's no more budget, so we cannot put you in actual Wookiee costumes anymore. You're just going to wear the mask and a robe.
So did they go to the world between worlds?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, that's one possibility with that
Is
scene. I
that
think
what
that's the
that
next
was?
image.
This was the world between worlds. We have okay. We have now we broke the internet.
Ah,
this is this is the thing. The world between worlds is a thing.
wow.
I can run with this. Like now I
Y
can now I
y
know where it all came from. Dave Filoni was
I don't even know what to say to it. That's genius.
I thought it was amazing. I don't know. It's and then it just and
Carrie
then
Fisher's
it's
song.
got even worse because I'm I'm convinced that Debbie Reynolds told Carrie Fisher to sing because I she did not sound good at all. It was just
It wasn't horrible. I
no, it
mean,
was bad. It was bad, and it was bad. She was like,
so
oh, I was like, nope,
so
no.
looking at this image, the only actor from Star Wars who was spared the indignity of this is Kenny Baker.
Penny Baker,
He's the only one who wasn't there.
yeah. Oh, R2 will be played by R2D2. I was like, oh, I was like, oh, well, fuck Kenny Baker, huh?
I'm sure he would look back on that and be like, "Thank you very much."
Or Warwick Davis. Wasn't Warwick Davis in there too in a moment? Like what?
No, Warwick
No, was
Davis, I
Kenny
don't even
Baker?
know. I don't even think he would have been born yet at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so because he was a little kid then. Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah,
Kenny
or
Baker, damn. Well, luckily, and then Luke comes back out with his, I guess, his old costume.
the shorty robe.
Yeah, all right. And then they all eat dinner, and
And that's where it
yikes!
ends up.
All I can say, Ed, is yikes.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
that bad.
for anybody who is a Star Wars fan and has any recollection of the holiday special and doesn't know a lot of the backstory, I do recommend watching. There's a disturbance in this force because it was good. It did show a few things and explain how what happened and where the actors and all the production crew. So
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna play this shit because I'll be damned if it's the only dude in the Star Wars universe that says the curse word is Richard Pryor.
You
I'm
in
cool
love?
with that. Where's it at?
I think it's a little further, just a little past halfway.
Is it right? Like right here? I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't no dance a lot. You look just like a nigga from Detroit.
I'm sorry, I had to play it. Yo, the only dude in the Star Wars universe to ever curse was Richard Pryor. Listen,
Ah,
he gets my respect. If you have not watched that, you have to go and watch Richard Pryor Cantina Scene or Cantina Bar or whatever Star Wars bar.
ah,
It is the best shit ever. I'm sorry. It is the best thing ever. And Red Fox, if you don't watch Donnie and Marie
ah.
and Red Fox in there being Obi-Wan Kenobi Bobi Roby, I don't know what he was, but it was phenomenal. But I'm telling you, man, Richard Pryor, beautiful.
Oh, yes.
And they need to make that canon.
Of all the
Because
things we saw that they did that's non-canon from the 70s, the Richard Pryor one is the only one that's good.
no, that's the only one that's good, and it's great, and it is amazing. Like, definitely highly recommend to watch it from a Star Wars special. I wish I would have been able to play that whole video because it's on YouTube, so I'm not sure if we can play it, but man, yeah, is that good? And
Now
I don't
that
need,
is a holiday gift.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. It was that to end the show like that. I'm gonna play it one more time before we end the show. I want the audio. If I could get the audio of it, I totally would do it because that was phenomenal. But and I don't even know what else anymore that we could even share at this point. Like, what else?
No, I mean that recaps the holiday special, and yeah, the documentary was very good. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see that part of it, but like at the same time, I mean, I'm gonna watch it after we're done. So, you know, I don't know what else, is it was just really great. Like it was terrible, but at the same time, it's a good piece of Star Wars history to watch, just so you can be upset about it, but at the same time, a weird nostalgic of the times of the 80s, 70s, and 80s of where Star Wars was and how popular it still was, though. For them
Oh
to
yeah.
do a Christmas special
Or
and
lack
to
thereof.
do well, lack thereof, but try to bring it to the forefront and try to market it, within the toy line, within the Star Wars line, and they tried their hardest to do it. It didn't work, but they tried to create that, and that's, I mean, I got to give them something, I guess. Like, they tried at least to make something out of it.
I want to go back and try to see if there's any other gems out there of random things from that late 70s before Empire, because after Empire everything shifted. At that point Star Wars had kind of become an industry. The few things, like I think it was after Empire that they did the Muppet Show piece,
Mm.
but it was still in a different, and that it fit the Muppet Show. It wasn't anything crazy, but I need to dig up anything that I can find that's just that 70s train wreck.
Yeah, please do. Like, I didn't even realize Muppets did. They did a Star Wars special.
Yeah, well, with the Muppet Show, they always had guest stars, and I know there was one where Luke and the
Yeah,
droids were on it.
I do know that. I think I remember that. I don't remember the whole scene of it, but I mean, I used to love the Muppet Show. So again, that was 80s. So I was
Yes.
always watching that, and anything Star Wars, I was always watching. So that was, and I mean, damn, like, thank you for putting me back onto this. I'm upset about it, but at the same time, you gave me a piece of gem out of all of this, and it's just Richard Pryor, and that was the most amazing thing. But at the end of the day, Ed, I mean, I'm not sure what else we can talk about here, but I mean, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it was painfully good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we won't be on next. Will we be on next week? I don't even know. Yeah. Like, what's the time looking like right now? So maybe not next week. Maybe it all depends on what we're doing. But it is the 27th, so maybe we might do a show next week. We gotta figure out what we're doing next week though. But
All right.
we will be here next Wednesday. Now we switched over to Wednesdays because I didn't want to, I think Wednesdays was better for us, so I think it works better. If not, we'll change it. No matter. We do
Still
whatever.
figuring it out.
Yeah, we do whatever we want to do. But man, to leave y'all off on just a great thing from Richard Pryor. I gotta do it again. Just to say, we'll probably get knocked out, but who gives a shit? One more time. Richard Pryor, Star Wars Bar, 1977. If you ain't seen it on YouTube, it's the Richard Pryor Show. Watch it. This is one little small clip.
No, thanks a lot. You look just like a nigga from Detroit out there.
And there you go. Good night. May the force be with you. This is Sean.
And this is Ed. Happy holidays.